Check it out. That's $500. What am I doing with $500? I'm saving up. I'm actually only $700 short of getting a 2x2 micro-realistic color rose tattoo. It's gonna be completely unrecognizable in only 2 years. A feat that's actually kind of impressive. Before we get into that actual real scenario, let's talk about what we're doing here today, which is this. Looking at the worst, I guess there's a couple good ones, but mostly the worst tattoo TikToks that I could find since last week. But I'm out there doing the dirty work for you. I'm out there just drowning in the slop. There's actually a couple good ones we're gonna look at in this video. Mostly bad though. And actually that money is for a neck tattoo that I was supposed to get. They double booked me, got to reschedule. Also getting my hand tattooed soon. 2026, we're going fucking nuts. Now let's dive into the madness. You're not gonna believe me, but this tattoo was $1,200. Fucking crazy. It's a micro-realistic color rose done by the infamous Bang Bang. And look, we can debate about whether it needs a black outline or not all day long. What this tattoo really needed was some fucking contrast. I mean, the pinks that they used are practically the same color as this person's skin. So obviously this was gonna look like shit. It's so crazy to me that people are willing to pay this much money for a tattoo that's not even permanent. It's a temporary tattoo. I don't even know where or how all this even started, but it gets to a point. It's gone way too fucking far. $1,200 is an insane amount of money to pay for this big of a tattoo. I only have one tattoo that it cost more than $1,200, and it was my entire goddamn back. I have to imagine that most of the people getting tattoos like this don't have a lot of tattoos. They maybe don't understand fully that it's gonna look like shit, but it objectively looks like shit. Let's just settle the debate right now. Let me know in the comments, was that worth $1,200? Let me know what you think. Moving on. Let's just keep looking at bad stuff. This one's just begging to get talked about. Holy fucking blowout. Jesus Christ, dude. I believe this person did this to themselves. Oh, I don't know. I need to find out what the hell happened there. Okay, this video actually doesn't exist on the internet anymore. Shocking. You see all the blue, grayish haze around these tattoos, especially this one on kind of the inner forearm there. Oh my God. And if you're thinking to yourself, I don't think that's supposed to happen, you'd be right. That is a result from deep, deep rooted trauma. If you don't know what a blowout is this bluish, grayish haze that is around the line, surrounding where the ink was intended to be put into your skin. You can see it very prominently in the inner forearm in this video. Blowouts are a result of the needle going way too deep into the skin. This looks like a pretty extreme case. There's different severities. This is just a result of a complete lack of all brain function, I would say. It looks very painful. I'm sure it was. The nice part about this is that blowouts are permanent too, just like the rest of your tattoo. So this is just gonna look like this forever. Next, I'm gonna present you with a hypothetical here. How would you feel about getting a tattoo that doesn't make any fucking sense? Maybe some kind of tattoo that people look at it and go, what the hell is that? Because if you said yes to any of those questions, I guess these would be the tattoos for you. Something that is half on your body, half on somebody else's body, that is only gonna make sense when you and this other person are in very specific positions where you might have to, it might take a little bit of setup before you show somebody. You know, usually when you get a new tattoo, it's like, yo, I got a new tattoo, check it out. It's a pretty quick process, really. But for something like this, it might be, hey, me and Jim just got new tattoos. Here, let me get like this. Now, Jim, you get into position here. Yeah, okay, we lined up. Could you see it? No, not really. Okay, here, twist. Can you see it now? I don't know. It just kind of looks like some lines. Yeah, no, that's it. Oh, okay. I don't think we're high enough. Is that better? Maybe I'm being too cynical. I don't understand why you would. I don't get the appeal. I just don't get it. I think it makes for a cool reveal video. Obviously, in all these videos, They get the people lined up, and then they tell them to separate, and then they play the video in reverse. I think that's cheating, because in real life, it just wouldn't line up like that. And if your other half isn't there, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know about you, but personally, I prefer to get tattoos that you can look at it and tell what it is. That's it. Those are the kind of tattoos I'm rocking with. The Lion Rose Pocket Watch Combo Tattoo. Now, obviously, this tattoo in the video is kind of making fun of this trope that a lot of people end up getting tattooed. They even got the pop of color in the eyes, too. Wow. Now, my gripe, my problem, my beef, if you will, with this tattoo isn't that it's common. I don't give a flying fuck about if a tattoo is unique or common, or if other people have it. That's the last of my concerns. I have a lot of traditional tattoos. I have a lot of flash tattoos. I don't give two shits about tattoos on another person's body. It's got nothing to do with me. My tattoos are on my body, and if I like them, that's all that matters. And same for you. I hope everybody who has the Lion Pocket Watch Rose combo doesn't get discouraged by my hating. Like I said, the issue I have with this tattoo isn't that it's unoriginal or common. It just screams a lack of personality. It's basic. It's like your starter kit tattoo. It's the default skin. And the last issue that I have with this tattoo is that the artists who are doing this trio, this combo, the lion, the pocket watch, the rose, any artist who's still running that shit up sucks. If you Google lion, pocket watch, rose, tattoo, you will see the worst tattoos on the planet. No good tattoo artist is running this one up. And if you watch this video and you're like, dude, fuck this guy with his septum piercing and his little buzz cut. I love the Lion Pocket Watch Rose. That's great. Get it on your other arm too. Have fun. Nobody's stopping you. Next. These framed American traditional sleeves are some of the coolest tattoos that I've seen in 2025. I think they really gained a lot of momentum and popularity this past year, and I think that's just going to continue into 2026. And for me personally, what makes them so cool is they're kind of this perfect mix between a patchwork sleeve and a fully thought out cohesive sleeve, which are both very common in traditional tattooing. This just blends both of them. Because of all the frames that are incorporated into this sleeve, you're able to still have these larger, more focal point type pieces that draw your eye in. But then in between, you have all these cool little filler pieces, these roses, flowers, and you get these really cool textures from the frames and everything in between. I think these are super fucking sick, and they're the perfect middle ground for somebody who likes patchwork tattoos, but also likes the idea of a full cohesive sleeve. Let me know in the comments what you think about these tattoos. And real quick, I just want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for spending some time with me. If everything went according to plan, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Or we're about to. I don't know. It's hard to predict the future. But what I do know is I appreciate anybody who's spending their time with me, who's choosing to hang out with me for a little bit. If you're rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. With that, let's get back to the video. We're back. I have a cat. Let's continue. Fine. Don't be in the video. Whatever. I don't care. Ah, the old eyes of your girlfriend on your forearm tattoo. It's timeless. It's classic. It always looks like shit. And to be honest, this could be anybody. It could really be anybody. Obviously, this is this person's partner, my queen, whatever, based on them. I've just never seen one of these actually look like the person. And again, it's one of those tattoos that I don't know why, but for some reason, it just, any tattoo artist who's doing it isn't good at tattooing. And so they just always look like shit. Like, it's not even really about the idea. I don't know. The idea is pretty stupid. I like the sentiment. I can get behind it. It's just one of those tattoos that I think is better in thought than in reality. And personally, I just think there's endless better ideas that you could do. I mean, this is another one of those meaningful tattoos that's just way too literal. Like, like it's one thing if you're going to get a portrait of somebody, but to just only get their eyeballs as a tattoo, I feel like it's incredibly challenging to make this actually look like who it's supposed to look like without any of the other context, missing their entire face. And I think the best meaningful tattoos are ones that aren't so literal. Like, instead of getting your girlfriend's eyeballs on your forearm, you could get something that she likes, or you could get, even her name would be better, because there are really talented artists that specialize in script, which just means that you could get something that would look nice. I just feel like the best meaningful tattoos are ones that represent the person. and aren't literally the person. And if you go to a great artist, you're gonna get a great tattoo. You can get something that looks exactly like your partner's eyes, I'm sure. But more often than not, that's not what I see. Like if I told my wife, I'm gonna get a tattoo of your eyeballs, I mean, first of all, she would say, don't do that. That's stupid. But if I did it and it turned out like shit, my ass is on the chopping block. I'm fucked. Oh, wow. That hurt. Anyways, I mean, I'm sure divorce would be brought up at dinner that night. It would be my fault because I got a shit tattoo of my wife. It's just no coming back from that. And you might be thinking to yourself, where are the good tattoos, Silk? You said when we started that there were a couple good ones. Hi. Oh my God, he showed up just in time for the good ones. If you guys don't know, oh, he's gone. So elusive. That's one of my cats. I have 2 cats. His name is Bag, like from at a grocery store or something. Bag. Terrible example. It's just Bag. Anyways, there are good ones. Let's look. I see so many tattoo artists posting back pieces that they did in 3 hours, in 5 hours. Check out how quick I was able to do this tattoo. It's not the flex you think it is. This back piece took, how long did that say? 35 hours, 6 sessions. And regardless of this person tattoos slow or tattoos fast, with this significant amount of time allotted to work on a back piece, you're going to get better results every time. Even if the tattoo artist is shit, which this one's not, you're going to get better results. And especially for a back piece, a huge piece of real estate, it's an investment, okay? You want this thing to look good for a long time. And it can. 35 hours. Don't let social media fool you. Don't fall for the propaganda. A 3-hour back piece is going to look like shit no matter what. I don't care who's doing it. A full back piece, entire thing covered, it's not going to happen in 3 hours. And you know what? I'd love for you to prove me wrong right now. If you're watching this right now and you have a back piece or you've seen a back piece that was done in 3 hours, let me see it. I would love to get some eyeballs on that thing and tell you why it looks like shit. Because I promise you, the 3-hour back piece looks like shit. Let's look at another good one. There's more. I promised. This is one of the best ways you can get a gap filler tattoo, okay? They put on this little piece of paper and trace around the existing tattoos. So when they go to draw this design up, they know exactly where each element of this tattoo needs to be. They know exactly how it's going to fit in between all these other tattoos. I mean, look, tattoo placement is one of the most important and probably most overlooked aspects when it comes to getting tattoos in general. Like, I remember when I first started getting tattoos, I didn't even think about placement. It was like there were no thoughts. And it's also really hard to try to plan ahead when you only have a couple tattoos or you don't have any tattoos and you don't know what you're going to be into in the future. So it's really tricky. Don't do what I did. I got my first 10 tattoos all right here. They're all like this big to this big. But seriously, the sizing and the placement of them, no thought. Not even a little bit. And I think I did this at the time because I was 18 and I just wanted to feel more tattooed than I actually was. I wanted people to look at my arm and see, oh, what's that, 10 tattoos right there? And if I had to give anybody advice about tattoo placement, I would just say space them out. Do not cluster them together. Get one on your arm, then the next one on your leg, and the next one on your other arm. Unless you're working really closely with an artist on a larger scale project, I think that's the best way to go because it's the safest. My little tormentor is back. Ooh, another tattoo off the mean streets of India. Oh my God, he's just rubbing it. He's just rubbing that with his fingers? God, dude. Infections are the worst case scenario when you get tattooed. And a lot of times people can get infections and things can work out. But infections are no fucking joke. I've never had a tattoo get infected, and I think there's 2 reasons why. The first is that I go to reputable tattoo shops, and that being the case, they obviously hold themselves to a high standard of cleanliness. The second is that I am aware that I have a new tattoo after I get a new tattoo. I feel like I see so many videos on the internet of people who get a tattoo and then go on vacation the next day and just start tanning with their tattoo or swimming in the ocean. They do some dumb shit. The tattoo gets infected. They have a terrible time. Tattoos are an open wound. Getting tattooed is disgusting. Here's the bare minimum that you should be doing. Clean it, okay? Up next, try to avoid direct sunlight. Definitely don't tan. You can take a shower. Don't submerge it in water. If you follow all those steps, chances are you're gonna be fine. And I guess the worst case scenario would be death. Moving on. This tattoo artist said they did this tattoo in 3 hours. This is one of the worst back tattoos I've ever seen. And I'll never understand why tattoo artists are posting their shit tattoos and bragging about how quick they did it. Like, buddy, we could tell. 3 hours is not an adequate amount of time to get a tattoo done at this size. A whole back piece? Are you fucking kidding me? Just a friendly reminder, a PSA, if you will. Tattoos are optional. They're a luxury item. And I'm not saying you need to go out there and spend the most amount of money possible and you need to go to the best tattoo artist. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that you should try to do a little bit of research. You should look into it. It's a permanent decision. And if you're trying to rationalize getting a really crappy tattoo because, oh, it was fast, it was cheap, I would just challenge your thought process a little bit there. It's a permanent tattoo. Don't make a permanent decision based off of temporary circumstances. You're temporarily broke. Okay, you can save up for a tattoo that's going to look better because it's going to be there forever. Next, UV tattoos. Now, these ones actually look pretty fucking sick. I've seen a lot that look okay. I know Teddy Swims just got some. His looked really cool too. And I don't know anything about whether these are safe or not, but you got to admit, they look cool. I also really like how this orange color looks on darker skin. I think it's sick. You'll have to let me know what you think about them, but for me, it feels kind of impractical. I mean, what are you going to do? Carry around a black light with you everywhere you go? Obviously, nobody's doing that. So if anything, just kind of like a party trick. Like, hey, check it out. Do you have a black light? I don't know. Do you even really get to show it off ever? Maybe like in line at Disneyland, a haunted house maybe. Personally, I'd just rather have my tattoos be legible and readable just at all times during the day, maybe at, any hour. I think these are cool. They look like they were done well. I like them. But to me, it feels more like a party trick than anything. Moving on. The Chicago Bulls logo tattooed on your face. That's rough. It's rough. It's a crazy choice as well. I mean, this guy's covered in some pretty questionable choices. So the Chicago Bulls on his face isn't all that surprising at this point. If anything, it just kind of makes me feel bad. Please think about your tattoos before you get them. All right, we got two more. Let's check out this one. Getting tattooed at our wedding reception. I love this. I like everything about this. I think this is cute. I think it's super sweet. I think it's really fun. I actually have two friends who are getting married later this year. They're going to have a tattoo artist at their wedding. Love the idea. Me and my wife got each other's initial underneath our rings shortly after we got engaged. And I love everything about what's going on here. Is it the most sanitary place to be getting tattooed? No, probably not, but I don't really think it's anything to be worried about. I mean, honestly, there's probably a lot of tattoo shops out there that are in worse sanitary conditions than wherever this wedding is. I mean, to be honest, a good tattoo artist in a less than ideal setting is probably way better than having an unsanitary tattoo artist tattooing out of their own shop. As long as everybody takes the proper precautions, especially when it comes to aftercare, I don't think there's much to worry about. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our final video. Tattoo size differences. Look, this is an excellent way to describe how big you want a tattoo to be. They're using inches, people, okay? An actual physical, tangible measurement. And if you're elsewhere outside of the United States, you can use the metric system, whatever you feel like doing. This is awesome. And it's a great reference for people to understand how big tattoos are. I think a really common problem people run into when trying to get tattooed, it just stems from miscommunications between clients and artists. And a really common one is when it comes to tattoo sizing. I've seen people say small, medium, large, which are entirely meaningless metrics. I've seen people send photos of drawings and say, I'd like it this big, which again means nothing because on this screen, that'll look different than on my laptop screen. Please use something real, use something tangible, be as descriptive as possible when describing what you want to your tattoo artist. Don't leave any room for assumptions. Don't leave any room for mistakes. Be very clear because it's your body on the line. You're the one who might end up with some shit you didn't ask for if you're not clear in getting that message across. That, my friends, brings us to the end of the video. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you see any tattoo-related stuff on the internet, feel free to tag me. All my socials are in the description. And until next week, peace.